Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes in Coffee. One of the things that I've talked about frequently on this podcast is my injury when I ruptured my Achilles tendon. And the reason why I speak about it so much is it's actually been a blessing for me. Only God can take a situation that is so serious and so unfortunate and turn it into a blessing. It's a blessing because of the lessons that it taught me and the appreciation of health that it gave me. When I injured myself, I had to have surgery, but after surgery, things didn't go back to the way I wanted them to. It was a long road to recovery, almost a year of rehab, to which I just completed. Till this experience, I didn't understand what it meant to be injured. Let me ask you a question. What if when I got injured, I decided that I wouldn't seek medical treatment, that I would forego it, and that each time I took a step, I could still feel the pain, and I would just ignore it and just say, you know what? I'll get through it. It's not really there. And each time my body let me know that you really need to get this looked at, I would just ignore what my body was telling me and saying, no, I'm good. What would you say if I'd said I decided to go that route? And if you're like me, you would say that's absolutely pointless to put your body through something that's not necessary when there are options. If in hearing the situation you are saying that makes absolutely no sense, why would anyone do that? But then my question to you is, why do so many of us walk around with traumatic spiritual injuries? Injuries to where it hampers our ability to walk with Christ, our abilities to love, and our abilities to carry out his mission. Yet we do not seek the ultimate physician to help us. We just pretend that it isn't there. We pretend that we are not bothered. We pretend that we are not broken and that we are not hurt. If it makes you cringe to think that I would ignore a physical injury, why would we ignore a spiritual injury when the consequences can be just as severe? And by spiritual injury, I mean that it doesn't allow you to live the way God would have you to live. It doesn't allow you to have peace the way God would have you to have peace. Then ask God to perform surgery on your heart, to give you a heart that will love and live and make Him happy. And rehab yourself. Every day, meet God for rehab and prayer. Pray to Him, let Him know how you feel, and allow Him to walk with you on that journey. Allow Him to heal you. Because just like it's bizarre to think that I can ignore an injury, it's also bizarre to ignore your spiritual self and what's going on within you. Well, how do you know when you are healed when it's a spiritual injury? With a physical injury, you feel your body returning to normal. But what about a spiritual injury? How do you know that you're healed? You bear the fruits of the Spirit, which are listed in the book of Galatians. If you don't know what the fruits of the Spirits are, I implore you to take a look and to make sure that you are doing a spiritual health check on yourself. That way you can be what God would have you to be. If you could, share this podcast with anyone whom you think it would benefit. And this is Jerry with 5 Minutes in Coffee.